What's up, everybody? It's episode 85. We'll just start off with this. I suck at being a dealer. I'm just going to throw that right out there. I'm going to open it up right there, and we'll tell you why. But then I'm going to get into the second half of this Friday episode that I suck and I own it. And I know there's going to be, two paths to take there. I could either get better at something I suck at, or I can stop doing it because I know I suck. So let's continue, because I'm going to get into somebody that is also at that crossroads. A company that manufactures cards that has to acknowledge that they suck and get better, or just stop doing what they're doing. So why do I suck as a dealer? Why am I definitely not a dealer? Had an awesome time last night. Awesome time at Marquee in New York City. eBay event. Got to talk to the eBay folks I met at the National. Some really great folks. And Wax Stars in Reno through the whole event. Had the whole deal. Got to say hi to Ken Golden. He's selling some cards for me right now as we speak in the October. I guess they call it Elite, right? Got a nice LeBron in there as the season's about to start. We'll see how it goes. So Nat Turner, got to talk with Nat, Kevin, PSA. Even opened a sealed box of 1982 Donkey Kong stickers with basketball card guy Nat. Anybody who's around, here you go. Grab a sticker, look for Donkey Kong. And of course, today is John basketball card guy's birthday, and he pulled a sticker with Donkey Kong saying happy birthday. I mean, couldn't have planned it better if I tried. So that was pretty fun. And it's just, it's the different stuff. I'm not opening up expensive boxes and pulling credentials. I'm opening a 40-year-old box of Nintendo stickers. And, people had fun with it. I even ate a couple pieces of the gum. Was feeling that this morning. I don't recommend that to anybody. 41-year-old gum. Doesn't stay gum too long. You kind of chew it, it just disappears. Interesting stuff. So why do I suck at it? And how did that lead me to that conclusion? Well, I brought cards. I sold cards. I probably sold them too cheap. I set up a whole, showcase, put cards in it, did the whole deal. And people come over and say, hey, how much for that? And I would respond, I have no idea. What do you mean you have no idea? I'm like, well, it's not that I didn't do the work. It's not that I didn't, comp it. It's just that the weird shit that I owned just hasn't sold in forever, or there are none like it, or no comps out there for me to find. My Garbage Pail Kids and my weird Star Wars one-of-one sketch cards and Captain America, cards that were given away at San Diego Comic-Con in 2015. So when, Black J Wolf says, how much for those two cards? And I say, I have no idea. You can't do that, right? Like if you're going to set up, somebody comes up to your table and says, so what do you want for that? You have to have a price. Otherwise, what are you doing setting up? And, obviously I wasn't really setting up to, make a killing. I sold some Kobe, Jersey Relic PSA 10s. I only owned two of those. I sold both of them. Kid was a Kobe fan. I probably sold them way too cheap. But I'm not a huge Kobe fan. I bought them raw and graded them myself. Yes, they were the only two out of the 50 that I graded that actually graded a 10. They were numbered. They're nice, but I think this individual will enjoy them more than I did. And that's part of the fun of it, but it doesn't make me a good dealer. I probably should have gotten twice as much money for them. Sold a Tom and Jerry card that I paid $40 for. I told the buyer, I'll do 30. I'll lose a little money. He reached in his pocket, took a 20 out, and I said, okay, that's enough. I'll just take the 20. Not a recipe for sustained success. But it is what it is. I had a blast, had fun. I also, why I say I'm definitely not a dealer is, I had some cards with me, and I like walking up to the bar when it's open bar and just getting unlimited Diet Coke. You didn't think I was going to say that, but I only got one soda. I didn't get to eat. because I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, what if somebody comes and asks about one of my cards, or what if I don't want to leave my cards by themselves. So it puts me at sort of this crossroad that we discussed here, and it's I have two options. If you suck at something, you stop doing it, or you figure out a way to get better. And I guess the first question is, do you want to get better? And my answer is, I don't think I do. I don't think I want to be a better dealer. I enjoy going to shows and walking around and saying hi and looking at what people are selling and buying stuff. I don't love standing behind the table and wheeling and dealing on cards, especially look, some of the kids that are out there, they're killers now. They're looking to buy from you and sell it to the guy next, one table or two tables over. I look at the kids and they're like, oh, I love that. I'm a Kobe fan. And I give them a discount. And they laugh all the way over two tables over and sell that Kobe that they loved for more money than I just sold it to them for. If the definition of being a dealer at one of these shows is, maximizing your profit or squeezing every dollar you can out of the sale to a retail buyer, it's just not, it's not, I don't really even want to do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I mean, I sold Black Jaded Wolf 2 cards that I'm sure she has already sold because they were very Comic-Con type of cards. Like I said, one was that Captain America San Diego Comic-Con, and one was, I'll say it wrong, but it's like Ahsoka, the Rosario Dawson show that just came out. It was a sketch that was, in the Mandalorian cards that had created by SGC. Cool one-on-one sketch. I'm sure she has sold it for 5 times what I sold it to her for. But that's fine because I couldn't get that money because I'm not set up today, tomorrow, and this weekend at Comic-Con like she is. She paid at the table. She spent the time there. She transport her stuff there. So she deserves to be able to make some money on a card like that. For me, it was more like, people ask me what's the price on that card. And I think to myself, half the reason that I said I don't know is because I really didn't want to sell it. Poor Leighton for Vintage Breaks asked me about a Griffey team leader. And, I try to collect those. I have a pretty decent run. I don't have all of them, but I have a pretty decent run of Griffey team leaders. That was a fun insert that I enjoyed starting in 1992. And he's like, what about a price on that one? And I'm like, I'll look it up. At the end of the night, he's like, did you look it up? I'm like, no, sorry. And half of me on the commute home, on the train ride home, was saying, there's probably a reason why I didn't give a price. It's because I probably didn't even really want to sell it. It was there, you show it off, and come home with it again, and it's still mine. And I was there. It was enough to fill the showcase, right? So I learned a little something. About myself there. And that may change. I think my son wants to set up a shows. I think he wants to put his cards out and wheel and deal. He really does enjoy moving his cards, swapping the inventory, taking cards that he has that are gotten a little stale in his inventory and turning them into something else that's more of a dealer mentality. And you see him at shows kind of in the back rooms with other kids making deals, making trades, selling cards. So maybe in that regard I might do something like that. But, I like giving stuff away. There were no kids at this event because it was 21 and over, but I still brought cards. I gave Black Jaded Wolf some stuff to give away to kids at Comic-Con, some Pikachu cards and some Iron Man cards and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like it was an amazing event. I mean, Marino, can't thank you enough. I mean, it's pretty cool to see, Cage Lawyer, like up in lights, like on a board, on a screen behind the DJ, that's cool stuff. I appreciate that. And, to be able to say hi and chat for a few minutes about the hobby with the guys from PSA and the guys from, Ken, Ken stopped by, and, the guys from Skybox Store, the guys who run a bunch of shows. I mean, just, a who's who, of hobby, folks. Josh from PC, folks that have been on Bagels, Vadim Bagels and Wax, people who have been on the show several times. People from Panini there, people from from all walks of the industry around. And it was fun to kind of hang out and rub elbows. Would have liked to have gotten another Diet Coke. So that leads me to my final Friday opening before my birthday. My birthday, depending on when you listen to this, you might be listening to this on my birthday. My birthday is Saturday, the 14th. That's it. A little happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Cage. I'm officially old. You guys already knew that. So Friday opening, Friday the 13th. And, got to open some stuff with Ian. He wasn't able to go last night. He was trying to print a fake ID off of his phone. Rudolfo Laspari from Palermo, Sicily. I didn't think he would pass for it, but that was the ID that he found. In the comments, what movie? Don't look it up. Let's see if you actually know it. What movie? Rudolfo Laspari, Palermo, Sicily. Anyway, so I got to open cards with him. I got to hang out. It's our Friday tradition, a tradition that we've been doing for years now, since before I had this podcast. Opening these cards. Oh, he says the fake ID that he just walked over. He says that one, Rudolfo Laspari, didn't work. He was trying to print this one. He was going to be McLovin. There it is, a little Hawaii McLovin. Thanks, buddy. Little McLovin in Honolulu. Date of birth, 6/3/1981. You want to go outside? Is your friend out there? It's dark. Ask that parent there, So here's the fun, right? Today's opening day, right? It's opening day, and there's a lot of releases that came out this week. So it was an all Fanatics day. It was all Topps today, okay? Topps Update came out this week. I got Bowman Platinum came out this week, and Bowman Chrome University Football, which I was the most excited about that one. Because at the price point, I was excited about what we could pull in that box, right? So I'll tell you the story as we open. We opened up a box of Topps Update. Can't really complain. It was a hobby box, right? So you get one relic or one auto, and we got an auto, which, that's rare in those hobby boxes. But we opened up a Stadium Club box recently also, Ian and I, when that came out, and our auto was Darryl Strawberry, which is not exactly the autograph kid wants to get. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not a Dick's Sporting Good relic of someone we don't care about. Darryl Strawberry won a World Series here with the Mets in '86. Actually played with the Yankees for a little while. Made an appearance as a cartoon in a Simpsons episode. Strawberry, hit me a homer. So we were happy to get an auto, but when it was Darryl Strawberry again, you get a 10-year-old kid opening cards. I know it's little Timmy, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't an expensive box. I get it. But what's with the Darryl Strawberry? And I tried to explain to him, maybe Darryl needs some money. I don't know, but he obviously Topps has him, signing a lot of stuff. And, so anyway, I don't know why Darryl could use some money. But we have a Darryl Strawberry auto. It's a bad auto. Like, pen is like skipping and like all over the place. So that was our autograph. But at least, look, you know what you're getting into with that, right? Topps Update, a lot of debuts of the same guys you had crappy autos of already, the same guys. They left out, anything really chase-worthy. Dominguez wasn't in it. And, we got an auto. I think I have a jumbo box waiting for next week's open. That'll probably be it for me with Update. And Update's a product that in years past I had open cases of. So you always got something good. You always had a good rookie in there. You always had something decent in there. I guess they're saving some of the good stuff for Chrome Update. Those, patch cards and, the MLB debut cards are supposed to be in there. So I guess we'll see that. That brings me to the box of Bowman University Chrome. And let me tell you, this box could have been great. It really could have been fantastic. I told Ian going in who we were looking for was, Shader Sanders. We were looking for, Marvin Harrison Jr. And we were looking for, there's two autos in a box, and the price point's pretty good. So I will tell you, not disappointed in the box, right? Not disappointed in the box because we got a Marvin Harrison, the first Bowman green out of 99. I'll grade that. That's a nice card. And we got a Sanders, I think numbered to like 399 or 499, purple, I think it was. So we got the two guys that I was looking for in there. Obviously, we didn't get a single Caleb Williams card, not a base card, nothing. We got two autos. One was crappy, but then we pulled a Bo Nix auto, which, come on, that's your Oregon quarterback. There it is right there. And I hold it like that, and you got to be excited until I go like this. Can you see that? Can you see at that point right there how it has like a 45-degree bend in it? And as I turn it around, I'll try to catch the light. what you're going to see on that is it looks like Bo, while signing it, maybe put his elbow on it because there was a huge crease that goes from here all the way up and across the entire card, and then a second jumbo-sized crease that goes the other way across the card and up here, the whole way on the card. And that's not even it. Look at the bottom corner over here. It's mangled. I mean, it's bent up like crazy. And I get it. You're gonna sign a bunch of cards. Maybe Bo sent this back like this. Maybe it got damaged in the tops. What was amazing about it? It wasn't a damaged pack because the Sanders card was the card directly behind this one in the pack, and that's in great shape. So this was inserted into the pack, basically bent in half. I mean, I'd love to, give you a better way of looking at this, right? I don't have, there you go. You can see with the light. I mean, look at the creases across this whole card. It's just mangled. Look at this. So, and this is a numbered refractor auto of Bo Nix. Would have been a really nice box. And then you have this. And how does Fanatics allow this? How does Topps allow this out of their factory when, I know they have a quality assurance department. I mean, look at this card here. Look at there's a huge crease over here too, just completely bent up. What do they say? Oh, you know what? They'll just be happy. Look at the whole front of the card. It's like a big nail imprint in there. Look at that. So I'll probably keep this because the funny part is I don't even know how to contact Topps and be ignored. Like I wouldn't even know how to get this. In fact, we're going to keep it, and it'll just be another story. This will be like the one of one we pulled. It'll be, hey, remember that Bo Nix time? We thought we had that great box, and it turned out that the card was, just mangled and destroyed. There you go. So, finished opening that, like that, just completely straight through the whole card. You could just see it. We finished that. We had a little bit of dinner. I felt bad. So I said, you know what? Let's open that third box. Let's open the Bowman Platinum, right? We got a gold Suzuki the last time we opened that, last year's product, and we had a gold Brett Batty. So we've had some good luck. The two autos, I couldn't tell you who they were. I don't know who they were. They're not like first autos, but I don't think they really even have first autos in this. Two guys I've never heard of. We'll put them aside and maybe they turn into something. But 20 packs. And what we noticed from the first pack on was that every top card and every bottom card in every pack was damaged. Now, here's the problem, right? These cards are very shiny, right? They're very, very shiny cards. So they're going to be condition sensitive. But, when you open a pack and you get Mike Trout on the top of it and, you're already disappointed because look at the corner. Look at that. Right, look at how this card it's basically chipping already along the whole edge here, like a PMG. This bottom corner, look at that. Look at just how. It's just bent like crazy. I just opened this pack moments ago. I wasn't coming on here to talk about the event, but instead, look at this. So I show you this just because the Ohtani was just like this on the top of the pack. The autos, the middle of the pack. They were okay. No card in the entire box, 20 packs, was in mint condition. They all had some sort of edging issue, you name it. But the top and bottom card of every pack was really messed up. So what's funny about it is here I said I'm going to open this third box of the day because, I felt bad. My son got a damaged card, and we open a box where every card is damaged. So, not for pity, not for, oh, woe is me. Obviously, he is in a position where he, with me, gets to open 3 boxes of cards. And, there's a lot of people out there who don't get to do that. And trust me, I'm mindful of that. But I bring it up because at the end of the third box, he knows I have more stuff. And he says, maybe we shouldn't open cards anymore on Friday. Now, we've been opening boxes since before Fanatics bought Topps. We've been opening boxes for years. I think he was 6 years old when we started. He's 10. He's going to be 11 soon. Every Friday. Every single Friday. And You do it because, well, we do it, it was great during COVID. It's something to do, something to take your mind off of it. You got crazy stuff going on in the world right now. The school keeps sending emails about what's going on in the Middle East, and that there's therapy available for the kids and all the resources they have. And I say, here's my therapy. It's cardboard. It's been my therapy since I was a kid also. So it could be the same. We can share that a little bit from cards. But to open them up and have a kid do whatever, that's sort of what this is for, right? Especially the type of stuff I'm opening, right? Just your tops packs and that kind of stuff. To have the kids say, maybe we shouldn't do this anymore. Is that really what you're looking for if you're the company manufacturing these cards? Forget about all the other criticism you're going to get all day about the Dick's Sporting Goods first stitch that's coming from the fanatic. You know what? I don't even care about that, right? That we're used to it. We're used to this piece is not from an event, not from a this, not from that. We get it. You're not going to be, ripping up game use stuff. It's going to be hard for you to get autos. It's going to be redemptions. That was the new normal. We're all used to it. But at least the stuff you can control, right? The stuff you can control on mass-produced items. I think it would have been better if I got a crappy auto than getting this and having that roller coaster of emotion of, wow, finally we got a good auto. And then to look at it and say, well, what the heck am I supposed to do with this thing? What do I do with this now? That you can control. You can control the quality assurance. You can control what cards get inserted in your packs. This you can control. Maybe don't make a card like this. I mean, this was just released this week. The box is in perfect shape. The cards in the middle are great, but look at this. I mean, do you need better packaging? Do we need better printing? I mean, does it matter? And then that's how you conclude, right? That's how we end our Friday episode. I did the happy hobby. You guys can get a little non-happy hobby. Whoa. I started this off by saying I'm definitely not a dealer and that I suck as a dealer, and that brings me to a crossroads of I either stop doing it or I work to get better at it. And I think the card company, specifically for today's example, Topps, is at that same crossroad. But I don't think they look at it like they have the same two choices that I have. My choices were either I work to get better or I stop doing it. I think there's a third option for a company like Topps under Fanatics that has all the licenses, all the money in the world. And that is to not get better and still keep doing it. Because morons like me, next Friday, will go into my LCS and buy more of this junk. So I have nobody to blame but myself. Happy birthday to me. I hope you enjoyed it, guys.